Hello and welcome everyone to our Wednesday prayer circle. We gather together around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday here in our group, Sacred Prayers of Light Collective. And I usually, the morning of the prayer group, I check in with my divine spiritual team to see what message wants to come through for you today to provide you hopefully some inspiration and some clarity, perhaps some direction, or perhaps a message that you need to hear today to help you on your journey as walking here and on earth as a divine spiritual being in a human body. So today's prayer circle, the message that was coming through today was coming in pretty strongly from Jesus, also known as Yeshua. And so I just happened to had purchased a new deck of cards that came out by Doreen Virtue. I think it was, about a month or so ago. They're a pretty new deck of cards. And just love these cards, working with these. And I'll show you the decks in case you're interested in. They're called Loving Words from Jesus by Doreen Virtue. And just love these cards. So this morning, I went and pulled a card for you today with a message that wanted to come through. And so the message today that was coming through for you is, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And that comes from Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. And so this is the beautiful card here that you can see. Just a beautiful illustration there of Jesus, of Yeshua. And so normally what I normally do is I sit down after I receive the message, and then I usually channel further information that wants to come through about the message. So this morning it was interesting because I went to normally go do my writing, and I usually do automatic channeled writing. And so Yeshua said, no, he said, I want you to just go on the video this morning, and I want you to just speak and allow the words to come through your heart around this message. And I'm like, okay, so here I am. Getting a little braver here, and which I've been working on for quite a while. So that's why I love to keep coming to you in this particular format. I love to connect with you this way with the video. And I just love the connection and the energy here. So let me just take a moment to tap in now on this message and see what wants to come through for you, more further inspiration, hopefully. Okay, so let's all just take a deep breath too as we do this together, because we're always co-creating together, and we'll just do that right now, and setting up our sacred circle of light for this morning and inviting in to the sacred circle, bringing in Master Jesus and Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, and now Archangel Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, and other ascended masters and beings of love, light, and service who would like to join us today in our prayer circle. And now just imagine you being inside the circle of loving light, and just open your heart. And you may want to place your hand, bring it to your heart. Take a deep breath in, allow yourself to just come into the peace of your own sacred heart, allowing yourself to just take a few deep breaths wherever you are. And if you have a lot of thoughts, you can just imagine pulling the energy from around your head, bringing it down through your heart space, and allowing those thoughts to just go run through the body, out the bottom of the feet, into Mother Earth. Giving them to Mother Earth now. And just releasing any anxiety or stress that you may be carrying. And you could be having some additional anxiety or stress today because we had the Lion's Gate yesterday. We are still in those energies, as well as we had a full moon on Sunday, I believe it was, and we are now already started into the eclipse season, which is coming, to full fruition on Monday, August 21st. And so we will be continuing to move forward in these really powerful energies at this time. And so what is it that we can do to prepare ourselves to really use these very powerful energies? This is really a rare event that we're having. I don't think we have had this type of eclipse since, I think it was 1997, I read, that was the last time we had this type of eclipse. And, also this eclipse is coming directly across the United States. So this is pretty interesting for us here. I think it's coming in either Oregon or Seattle, and it's exiting in South Carolina. So, and it's a mile wide, I believe. So check that out. You may want to try to travel to be in the powerful energies of the eclipse within that very specific places. So today, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And so Yeshua is he's asking, what does this bring up within inside of you when you hear this verse? Is it something that perhaps you feel a little anxious about, that perhaps you go into a little bit of stress about, or perhaps you're going into a little bit of fear around this message of, well, how can I really do that? How can I really be out there and shine my light in the middle of all of this chaos, in the middle of all of this controversy that's going on? And even, some of the things that we do hear about on the news or read about in other places of the world where people are carrying out pretty destructive actions still on the planet. And so how can we really, step into having the faith and stepping into trusting our path enough to really allow our authenticity of our own beautiful light, which each of us, we each have a unique light. How can we step into this and allow it to come through fully and embracing that light without being in a place of fear or anxiety or animosity or conflict about it? And so Jesus is here to share with us that basically all you have to do is just make the effort. There are no conditions per se or judgment around what you're doing per se. All you need to do is just come from your heart space. And what does that mean? Well, it means something for each of us because we're all different. It doesn't mean that you have to be out there in front of thousands of people. It doesn't mean you have to do that. That might be in alignment with someone who feels very comfortable doing that, and that's perfectly fine. However, for some of us, it could be that perhaps our day is just smiling. We are spreading good cheer, and that's how we're spreading our light, because we're just out there and we're just smiling at people. And that could be very uplifting for them, just with a simple smile. We could offer a kindness to people. We could say, hey, I have some extra time today, and is there something that I can help you with that you might need, an extra hand with? You could be out doing some volunteer work today. You might be over helping a friend with something. Perhaps you have a new idea that you're really excited about for your business or for your work, and it's something that you've been thinking about sharing with others. And you could get on the phone and you could call up a few friends and say, hey, I have this really cool idea. I'm really excited about it. I'm really passionate about it. Can I share it with you? And so it's these simple acts that come through us in a very authentic way. And when we allow those to come through us in the flow, and we don't, shut them down, we don't say, no, I'm going to put it off till tomorrow, I'm going to put it in the closet, so to speak. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I think that we sometimes get hung up on this idea that things have to be executed and perfected before we share it with anyone. And, that's really coming from an intellectual standpoint of what I call the idealist. We don't live in an ideal world. Things don't work that way here on the earth plane, as you know. However, sometimes our mind can lead us to think that, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be, everything has to be lined up. Everything has to be structured in a certain way. And instead of just opening up and really trusting ourselves with that flow and allowing the flow to come through us through our hearts. And it doesn't have to show up perfectly, because the magic of it is in the moment. It's really in the moment of the flow. And, think about how many times, we've watched all these, they used to have, these movies, before the movies, they'd show these blooper films, where people would come in, and it was, think about how many times you watch those blooper scenes, and, we're just laughing our heads off because, it was just so ridiculous and it was so funny, but it was happening in the moment, and it was real, and it was authentic, and it was, quirky in a sense of, that we try to describe it as humans, right? But it was real. And, think about how that made you lighter in the moment. It was inspirational. It was funny. It was increasing actually your flow and your vibration through your heart. So this is the space, this is the place, if you will, energetically, that we want to touch on. As much as we can during our day, and however that shows up for you, and to just be in alignment with it as best you can, and to allow it to come through without trying to shape it or mold it so much or put it in a box. So, this is part of letting our light shine. This is part of doing good works. And again, it can be something that is, we may perceive it as being a very small act, but really it's not. Because when you're in touch with that inner energy, that authentic place from the heart, then that energy is moving out like waves, beyond you and touching other people. And when it's touching other people and then it's moving out to other people, kind of creating what I call this domino effect, that is where we are all getting uplifted. That is where we are all benefiting, because we were all connected in oneness. So try to, if you can, just meditate on this message today for a few minutes. Go in and have a conversation with your higher self and say, what are some ways, some things that I can do that will help for me to shine my light in the unique way that I feel comfortable and that I feel that I can be authentic with, and that just feels really good to me. And, that's it. There's no right or wrong. There's no rules. There's no have to, should to. In fact, if that's coming up for you, you need to throw it out, because that is your ego mind trying to protect you and take care of you, of course. However, that's not coming from our authentic heart space. So, so today, maybe if you would like to, I will just throw out maybe a suggestion, a general suggestion that perhaps you could try this today and just do one thing of whatever you want to do to share your light with the world today, with whoever is in your world. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be something you're doing at work, it could be a client, it could be anything you want today. And I would love to hear back from you on what that one thing was. It again could be anything of your choosing. It doesn't have to be big, or it could be a very small thing. But I would love to hear what it is that you're doing, and please post it on the comments of this post. And then that way we can all celebrate you, and we can all share in that together. How cool is that? And as I'm saying that, as I'm doing that, Jesus is sharing with me how the light in our circle just expanded. And so when we expand that light around us, and then we join together in the unified sacred circle like we are here, now we're just expanding that light to be even brighter, because each of you bringing your bright lights into this sacred circle is out now enlarging our sacred circle so that more hearts and more lives can be touched with love and with the truth. So, so let's do this all together, and I'm going to join you also in something today, and I'll post that as well in the comments section. So, I think this will be, I'm really excited about this. It'll be really fun. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for your wonderful comments and being with me today. Thank you, Laura Crosswest. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much, and your support. Thank you, Mihar, for being here. Good morning. And so again, I love doing this with you, and love to hear your comments, your suggestions, your feedback on what topics you would like to talk about in these circles, and how I can use my gifts to support you on your journey. So, and shining my light. All right, then we will close today with a prayer. So let me pull up a prayer for us today. And I'm going to share the Divine Inheritance Activation Prayer today. This prayer came through with Lord Metatron. This is one of the prayers we channel together. And so if you want to now, just close your eyes and just take a deep breath wherever you are, and all you need to do is just receive, just be open to receive the energy and the love and the blessings that are coming through this quantum prayer. Okay. I am a sovereign divine being of love and light in my own right. I fully claim my divine inheritance now. As decreed by heaven above, all my power is fully activated now. I am holy of the holies. Pure divine light fills me now. I embrace my divinity and merge with my soul light, becoming one with thee. In truth, no separation exists, only thine light can be. Shine forth, my great light, claim all of thee. I claim all of thee, I claim all of thee. So be it, and so it is. Amen, amen, amen. So just really allow yourself to receive the messages, receive the light, and see it expanding or feeling it expand in and throughout your being as you claim this beautiful prayer of your own I am, your own beautiful light. And just claiming that, because that's your divine sovereign birthright, will begin to bring it into your life in this moment and begin to attract more of your true essence into your life, into your very beingness, as you walk in this human journey, this most precious, precious human journey that we've been given here in this absolutely wonderful time here on the earth, an opportunity to ascend, to actually ascend into the fifth dimension and beyond is a wonderful blessing and opportunity. So please claim it for yourself. Please call it into your life. It is your choice, of course, but I pray that you will, because it will only lead you to your greatest destiny, your greatest happiness. And we all need your light. It is so needed now, dear one. All right. So sending you all lots of love and blessings today. Thank you all for joining me in the prayer circle. I would also like to mention that tonight I have a special new class. It's a free master class on A Way to Divine Love. Awaken Your Divine Feminine Power. So this is going to be an introductory class tonight on some of my new work that's coming in for me that since my trip to France, and I was given, kind of a new influence, a new direction to move into of working now more directly with the Divine Mother as her emissary, as her voice of the Divine Feminine in a new way. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm very excited to be sharing that with you. So if you'd like to join us tonight on a masterclass, we'd love to have you. And there's a link right there. All you have to do is register for the class. And so do that today as soon as you can, because I'll be sending out the email again with the login information for the class, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And would love to have you. So if you're enjoying these prayer circles, please invite your friends and family to join our prayer group and share this also. I would so appreciate spreading the light to help inspire and help to uplift others and to let them know that they are dearly beloved and they are so divinely guided every day. When right now with this challenge, with this time that we're going through, the energy, some people feel very lost, they feel very confused, they don't know what's going on, and they're reaching out for some direction and they're reaching out for some support. And so that could be something that you might want to choose today to as your action item to share with others in whatever way you would like. All right, so I so enjoyed this time with you together today, and we will meet again next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and post this prayer video again so you can watch it again if you would like. All right, sending you all lots of big love and blessings, and namaste until next time. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.